Welcome back to art. This week we are going to be starting a new project. Our new project is going to have to do with patterns. So we're going to be reviewing a little bit what a pattern is, and we're going to be making a picture with it. So let's go ahead and get started with the main part of the picture. And you're going to need a few items to do this. You need a white piece of paper, pencil, and eraser's handy, and you're going to want a cup. We're going to use the cup for the bigger circle that's here. Okay. To start this off, we're going to need to do a little bit of folding to get the paper kind of prepared and help us with a little bit of the drawing. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it, we're going to fold it in half like a book. Some people even call this the hamburger way, but I usually call it the book way. Like that. Okay. So we got top half and bottom half. We're going to take the bottom edge here and we're going to fold it up to the middle, right where the fold is. We want to be right there. It's going to help us right there. And then we're going to crease it. Okay. What I need you to do, I'm going to take your pencil and I need you to draw very carefully right on the fold. Now, if you want to use a straight edge, like a ruler, to do this, you can, but I'm just using the fold right there to make sure it's pretty straight. It does not have to be perfect, but it needs to be pretty straight. Then we're going to draw on this fold, like that. So we have two lines going this way. Okay, next we need to put another fold in our paper, and this time it's going to go the long skinny ways, or what I like to call the hot dog bun way. This. Now we're going to put a line on this one, but it's only from top, this middle part here, down to the bottom. Like that. Then this next part we're going to draw a line, but we're not going to have a fold follow. We're going to put a line right down the middle between here and here. So right here, just kind of guess it as best you can. Kind of working on our proportions there. Straight down so that you have like 4 little boxes that are about even in size. They don't have to be perfect, but they should be pretty even. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go from here to here. And draw a line right down the middle, taking our time. Like that. Okay. Then we'll use our circle. That is going to go right here. Half on this side, half on this side. And it's just touching the top of the lines that we have just done. So then I'm going to trace it. Take your time. Make your tracing look good. Like this. So what, if you can't tell, it's kind of a person shape. This would be the head. This is going to be their shirt. And these 2 little spaces will be blank spaces. So just to kind of give you a heads up on that. We're going to actually be making a scarecrow. And so this is the head, and scarecrows are usually stuffed, so the head is usually like a bag. So we're going to put a opening to the bag right there, and that way I can erase the piece right there. Okay, next I want to go ahead and draw the face since we're already working on the head. We're going to put big circle eyes, because if you think about scarecrows, scarecrows are often made, this is like a burlap bag in real life, and so they would sew on big buttons for the eyes. They would sew on a piece of fabric for the nose. It's usually in the shape of a triangle. And then you're going to put a smile on them. And we want it to look like stitching, so we'll put some lines in there. So it looks like he had his mouth was stitched on there. Okay. If you'd like to put a hat on him, you can do that as well. I'm just going to do a simple hat. You can do a baseball cap, you could do top hat, or you could do any kind of hat you want, but I'm going to just put a simple hat. It's basically a line for the brim, the part that shades your eyes, and then the top of the hat has to be bigger than the top of their head. So this is just going to be kind of like a straw hat. And since hats cover up the head, I'm going to erase the top of the head because it's covering it up. Like that. this part's pretty simple. Down here is where it gets a little bit more complicated. This is where we're going to use pattern. Okay, with pattern, remember it's last year in kindergarten you did A-B patterns, A-B-C patterns, where it's repeating one thing right after another. So A-B, 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 or black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue. It's just repeating things over and over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 patterns here and then 3 patterns here. So we're going to make his shirt look kind of like a patchwork shirt, which is kind of what a traditional scarecrow would have, because they would usually use an old shirt and have to patch it up so that it could be outside and do well in the weather. Okay? So what I am going to do is a simple pattern first. So I'm going to do shapes. I'm going to do a circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle. Then I'm going to repeat the pattern, but I'm going to switch it. So I'm going to do triangle, circle, triangle, circle, triangle. Okay, next I want to do a line stencil or pattern, line pattern. So I am going to just do lines like this. And what will happen is when I color these, I will pick 2 or 3 colors and turn them into my pattern. So this might be red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Right now, I'm just focusing on the drawing. I want to get the complete drawing done first. Next, we're going to focus on doing, let's do a weird pattern. We'll go back to doing letters like we did right last year in kindergarten. So I'm going to pick the 2 letters for my name. So M for my first name. My first name is Matthew. My last name is Sanders. So I'm going to do my letters. Now, you got to be careful with this part. So I'm going to do it a little bit right underneath. M, S, M, S. Then I'm going to switch it. S, M, S, M. Then I'm going to switch again. Okay, now I'm going to do another one here, and I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do lines and a shape. So I'm going to do circles. I'll do 3 circles in a row, and then I'm going to do a line, and 3 circles in a row, a line, 3 circles in a row, and a line, like that. So for the first one, I would like you to do 2 shapes just like I did. The second one, I'd like you to do a line pattern. Your third one is going to be your 2 letters, your first name. And then I want you to pick shapes in a line. These last 2 will be kind of on your own. You can kind of figure out your own. So I'm going to do 2, and then you could think of different ones for yourself. So what I'm going to do for mine is I'm going to do 2 different lines. And then I'm going to color those in. And then let's do this one. So this one will become a pattern of maybe brown and yellow, brown, yellow, brown. And repeat my pattern over and over again. Okay, this is where we need to be for today. Next week, we'll focus on coloring and a few other minor little drawing things that I want to show you. And there's one little other thing I'd like to add at the end, but I want to leave it for a surprise for next week. Alrighty, what I need you to do is once you have this part done, please take a picture of it, send it to me through the app. so I can just check the progress of your work.